What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kpop Kimchi podcast, number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Trudeau, with my co-host, Brian Limper. And we just went on the Kpop Kimchi tour, and it was awesome.
The mega trip across 2 continents.
2 countries. We did it in a span of like 3 days.
Is Canada another continent?
I thought we were all one. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm so tired. I don't know anything anymore. But we went on the ultimate trip. We did go to 2 countries. We crossed the border into Canada. But yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah,
people said we couldn't do it, but we did it.
We didn't think it was possible, but
we did it.
It happened. As you can probably hear, we were driving back, recording our annual concert review episode for both concerts on this one. Because we went to 2.
Back-to-back days.
Long 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
3 days. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Wednesday, Thursday, now Friday.
Yeah. 3 days. Took up half the week. Thank God it's the weekend tomorrow.
We did get an hour of our life back because of the time zones.
Time zones are always crazy.
Gonna go home and pass out for a little bit after this.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be the best.
But yeah, so we started out the weekend and we met our friend Brett up in Chicago at Rosemont to see Justin's favorite group on tour.
Yeah, we saw ITZY, the Born to Be tour. Brett got us these tickets a long time ago, actually. This was like in the books a long time ago that we were gonna go, or at least I was gonna go.
I feel like that was like January or February.
Yeah, it was like months ago. For some reason, they like just released the tickets a long time before, and Brett got like incredible ones. So it was finally time for that, and then naturally, of course, as the Purple Kiss tour came out, it was the day after, so we'll get into that. But so we went up on Wednesday and drove to Rosemont, one of our favorite places to see shows, the Rosemont Theater.
That's probably number one of the places that we've been to.
Like, it's literally awesome. We've seen lots of groups there, lots of shows there.
It's really the perfect K-pop venue, in my opinion.
ITZY there multiple times, which is really cool because this tour, ITZY's been doing some pretty big venues, like more like stadium type vibe, like arena vibes with like 10,000 plus people. But for some reason, they booked Rosemont, which is around like, I don't know, 5,000 to 6,000, something like that. So it was kind of like one of their smaller shows, but it was like sold out.
And surprisingly, did not know it, the last tour they had in the U.S., this is the last stop.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. They mentioned it. This was the last U.S. stop, you're right, of the Born to Be tour. It's a really big tour, and they're going somewhere else now. I don't even know where. But they've been all over the place. They've been all over the United States, and I guess Chicago was the last one. So
who knew?
I didn't even know that. But we went up, met Brett. He went and did some things. We went to the mall. We met him there. And what was the highlight of the mall experience?
I bought some sick Crocs. I'm not going to say I regret it, but
this is really a big part of the whole trip.
It's still, I don't know if I'm 100% sold on it. They're pretty comfortable. I've never had Crocs before. And I guess I shouldn't say the Crocs are expensive. The gibbets were expensive.
Yeah, watch out for the gibbet prices because I didn't know until you bought some that,
they're
my gosh.
Not listed on the prices.
That's
it's
how
like
they
buy
get
4,
you.
get 1 free. I'm like, that's a pretty good deal. Now they're $5 a piece.
Holy crap, gibbets.
Yeah, they're expensive. Well, I mean, the Crocs themselves are pretty cool. They're really comfortable. I've been wearing them all weekend. I like them. I'll just like wear them around. They're super chill. And I feel a little bit better about it because once we went and saw Purple Kiss, we got our pictures with them, their selfie time, and they all were wearing Crocs too.
Yeah, a lot of them had Crocs on, so it was all the popular shoe.
If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me.
Really set the tone for the trip was the Crocs.
But yeah, that's like $83 I'm never getting back, so there's that.
It really added up.
Also, Sbarro was really good.
Yeah, we ate in the food court at the mall right by Rosemont because it's the best, because there's a giant mall right next to it. Brett met us there, and then we went into the venue because we had VIP tickets, and what was included with that was we got some like gift bag stuff, which is actually pretty cool.
They had some like pins in it. They're like legit like metal pins.
Very nice pins that are really cool, and I really like pins. I use them or put them still away places, so that was dope. And we got a bag. We got our merch early, which was nice because there was like no line. And then we had sound check, which was really fun. That was kind of like the big perk, was you just had sound check because ITZY's kind of too big now to do anything else. But I knew going in we had really great seats, but my gosh, when we actually walked up, we were really close.
Like, we were close enough.
We were really close.
Where with my camera zoomed out on my phone, I couldn't fit the whole stage in the video.
It was awesome.
It was like what, like 5th row from the front? Maybe?
Yeah, it really was, because there was like a little pit area, tiny pit, like the orchestra pit with maybe, 3-4 rows, and then we were maybe 2 behind that, so like 5 or 6. Like we were so, it was the closest by far we've ever been at Rosemont. So that was like really cool, and it was kind of mind blowing once we actually like walked up to the seat, because you just like kept going to the front. So that was really cool. The girls came out and did a sound check, which was really fun. It didn't take very long. They played 3 songs, but it was really great because they were so close. Like it was just that was like what blew my mind, is that
they were
just so close. Like it was awesome. It was really cool. They did sound check. They kind of went through that quickly, and everyone loved it. All the VIP people that were there loved it, and then they went off to go get changed. And we waited for like an hour. It wasn't too bad, and Rosemont had seated, so we just kind of chilled, waited for the show to start, and the show started. And I mean, honestly, like after the sound check, I was like, this has the potential to be like my favorite show. And after it, what happened?
There's a live band.
Well, I was gonna get there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
There was like a sound check, and they had a live band. I didn't know they had a band.
No, you're right. It was the best part ever, is that they had a legitimate band play with them, and they played like pretty much
a lot of it.
Like all of it. Like there was a couple they didn't play songs, but most of the songs they played on setlist were the live band, and my gosh, it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they never had
awesome.
them any other time that
they rocked out so hard.
And during the sound check, they were like going so hard.
Oh my gosh.
A rock concert. It was crazy.
It was. And like it almost made like the whole thing like that. It was so amazing.
And the bass hit so hard because
the bass was so loud. Band. They had a guitar player. The drummer was just live drums. And then they had a girl on the keyboards. She had like 4 of them stacked on each other.
Did the sound check performance with the band, and when they were done, I was like, that's like the sickest concert I've ever been.
I was like, those 3 songs they did for soundcheck, I was like, I'm not kidding. For some reason we could get no more show. I'm very satisfied, because it was like awesome. So awesome. And like, if you listen to us, we love like bands and like live kind of more raw sounding music. So it was really dope, and it made the show so much better.
I think one of the best parts about the band, because I've said before that I'm not like a huge fan of live bands sometimes, but I feel like this one was really good. Because they were just like there, like playing the instruments. They were like super hyped the whole time. They're like jumping around, like cheering, getting the crowd hyped, like swinging towels around. Like they were having a great time up there.
I've like never really had a dream job, but after seeing those 4 people, they pretty much had like the keyboard girl, the guitar player on one side of the stage, because Rosemont is just a flat like stage.
Yeah. Like
it doesn't come out at all, because it's not an arena. It's not it's a theater, so it's one flat kind of stage. So they had 2 people on one side, 2 people on the other, but I've never had a dream job until I saw them do that.
Like they won the lottery.
They were so awesome, and they played so well, but you're right, they were like so interactive, like just like cheering for the girls, or like waving stuff. They would like interact with the backup dancers too, and like cheer for them, like just people who legitimately seem so happy doing their job.
Like the drummer's like freaking out. I've got some videos I'm gonna post in the vlog I'm gonna try to make. It's literally just him freaking out, like having a great time.
It was really awesome. Like the whole show was just so much better because they were awesome, and like them, the backup dancers, and then ITZY was like everyone was super happy doing their job and like enjoying it too. So that made it just that much better. I was gonna check out the set list. We don't need to go through the whole thing because we got a lot to talk about, but it was just awesome because usually in a set list you have like ups and downs of kind of tempo and the pace of how the concert is like gonna go. But this was literally like pedal to the metal the whole time. They cranked it to 11 and just like went throughout. They had a couple songs near the end which were a little more vocally driven, but like this was all just like loud, hard hitting, like super awesome choreography with the band. Like it literally was like they kept the energy the whole time. I mean, the first act was like Born to Be, Racer, Kidding Me, Mr. Vampire, Swipe, and Wannabe.
Man,
which
Swipe hits
which are more like just like they're kind of like Swipe is more almost like a hip hop type song, like
also
pop, like it's just like power energy throughout the whole thing.
The one that I was like super shocked. I mean, I heard the song before, but the one I was super shocked, I was like just super awesome. live was Mr. Vampire.
It was so cool.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
The Born to Be, like, that was just, it was so sick. It was such a great opening. Like, I really loved everyone's solos because I really enjoyed all those songs on the album. And, I mean, my favorite song was Crown in My Head, which is one of my favorite songs of the whole year. That's Yeji's solo, and my gosh, just, again, and that, like, the recording on the CD has, like, a band in it, so having the live band there was, like, the cherry on top of, like, this is how the song is supposed to be performed. And, oh, it was so good. It was just, like, so loud and so powerful. Yeji's so great, but that was kind of the next part. All the girls did their solo songs, and those were all fun because they're all very different. They're all, like, kind of more the vibe of the person. Yuna's was really fun, Rujin's was good, and Cher's was awesome too, so those were really good. Yeah, and then they played Untouchable, Gas Me Up, Dynamite, Psychic Lover, Don't Give a What, and Loco, which are, again, all, like, very more, like, upbeat kind of songs, so it was awesome. Not Shy was awesome, because we love Not Shy. They kind of had like, a super rock-heavy intro for that, and that was very cool.
I don't know, so for a lot of the songs, too, like the main ones, they had, like, extended intros or, like, extended dance breaks in them, so, like, a little.
It was like the band would, like, lead them in or something, and, like,
the Not Shy one was really sick.
Yeah, that one was cool. It was just, like, Not Shy, and it was, like, boom.
And, it was, like, the background was, like, them, like, traveling through, like, this silhouette, like a Western, like,
yeah.
For anyone who's, like, ever seen the music video, it's, like, a Western theme kind of.
Oh, my gosh. It was really cool. Cake is always good. Cake has been one of our...
Oh, my gosh, Cake hit so hard.
Cake has been one of our... Are they beeping it at us? What do we do? They've been one of our podcast favorite songs. I loved Kill Shot because I loved that song off the album a couple albums ago, and then Escalator was very cool. That kind of had an extended outro too.
I've never heard that song before, but that was actually
really good.
It was really good live.
Really, every song was good, and that was actually like the end. And then, you know, as K-pop songs kind of do, in between, the girls had some talking points. They really didn't do too much talking, which watching them made me tired because their choreos are so hard. Yeah, and then they talk for like a little bit, and you know, they've had a lot of these shows, and they've been doing it a long time, so they're very professional, just kind of like doing it, going for it, being like getting on to the next thing. Like they're not going to waste any time, right? Like they're professionals. So, and then the encore was Love Is and Be in Love, which is more of the like singing kind of like vocal songs, and then Boys Like You, which is an amazing song. And then Dalla Dalla was like the extended kind of outro. They had confetti. They had a few different outfit changes through the concert, which was great. They had
everyone was so hyped for Dalla Dalla.
Like that was a great ending song with the like. It was just perfect. Honestly, my favorite show I've ever seen. It just was. Literally after the sound check, it was one of those things where I was like, this has the potential, and just how great it was throughout, being so close and having the band be so cool. That was probably my favorite show. It sucks Leah wasn't there, but the girls that, you know, they've been 4 people for a while now, so it's not like it was a shock or anything, and they did such a great job. They're such great performers. I love all of them. I love Yeji so much, so it was perfect. I was like so satisfied, and I told you afterward that like I'm 97% happy with my K-pop life. Once we see Purple Kiss and they're awesome, I'm good. Like I could retire and be happy. That like it was so great. Got some awesome merch. Got to hang out with Brett. So
I was kind of shocked that there was a lot of like title ones that they didn't play.
Yeah.
But then again, it is like the Born to Be tour, so they're probably gonna play stuff off the newer.
Yeah.
But there was like they didn't play Mafia in the Morning. They didn't play Icy.
Yeah.
And then they didn't play None of My Business. I thought they'd play that.
Yeah, I love that song. That would have been sick.
But I mean, no, it was a good set list. It was good. Honestly, a lot of the songs they played I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Because I only really listened to their title stuff.
It just hit so nice with the band. Like, that was so awesome.
But, no, the band was awesome. They all sounded really good. The girls were really fun.
Love Rosemont.
The crowd was actually pretty...
The crowd was awesome.
Respectful.
Yeah, the crowd was amazing. Oh, man, they were so loud. It was so loud in there. My ears are, like, still, well...
Oh, my gosh, yes. That's the other thing. Like, it was so
crowd was so loud.
My ears were, like, deaf in between, like, each of the parts.
Oh man, like I was jumping up and down. It was so fun. It was just such a great time. And yeah, shout out to the crowd for letting the girls speak when it was time to talk, and no one just yelling out random things. And like, it was like A+. It was awesome. And then Rosemont Theater's the best.
Shout out to the acoustics in there.
Oh my gosh, just so loud. So loud in the best way. But yeah, that was pretty much that. It was perfect. It was my favorite. And right after that, we didn't have much time to think about it because we went outside, took a picture with Brett, and we left.
Yeah, we drove like 2.5 hours to Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yep.
We stayed there for literally, I kid you not, from when we checked into the hotel to when we left, we were there for like 4 hours.
Yeah, we were there 4 hours because we woke up at...
Because of the time zone change, we actually went to bed at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then we got up and left at like 7:30 to go on our next journey, which was another 6.5 hours to Toronto, Ontario.
Toronto, Ontario, over the border to see Purple Kiss on the PXX tour.
There was a bunch of random stuff that happened in that, but that's like not here or there for this segment of the show.
We made it.
Well, we made it there on time somehow. Honestly, I don't know how. It was very up in the air for a little bit.
That's not even an exaggeration.
Yeah, I don't know. We made it by the skin of our teeth. But we made it there. And for that one, for those who don't know, we saw Purple Kiss twice in America. We saw them in Chicago, we saw them in Louisville.
Yeah.
And so we're like, you know what? They're coming back. We got to go see them.
Yeah.
And this was the closest stop they had to us. The next closest one was, what, Utah?
Utah, I believe.
Which is like 13, 14 hours
3
away.
to 4 hours longer than
So, I mean, it was like a long trip. And we're like, you know what? We've never been to Canada. Let's go to Canada. That's be pretty sick.
Yeah, we have our passports, so we can do it.
got our passports. So I was been super excited this for a really long time, because this is my favorite group right now. So
yeah,
we both got to see our favorite groups going, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got there, and for this one, we splurged, because like I said, it's my favorite group. I'm like, I don't know when they're coming back. And we're going to Canada, so why not? So we did the everything ticket.
First time for Leo Presents.
Yeah, it's like a thing that they've been doing forever. But this is really the first time, because it's weird, we've talked about it before, where we'd be like, oh, this would be cool to see them, and we'd go see them, and then we'd go say, oh, let's go see them again, and we do it. But we've never been like, oh, that was amazing, they're coming back, let's do an everything ticket and get like the highest thing you possibly do.
Yeah.
So now this is like, I always say I'm jealous of people who get to see their alt groups play, and they're like their alt groups. It's like, this is the best experience ever. Well, that was me yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was super excited, been waiting for this forever. We got to everything ticket, and part of the everything ticket is you get perks before the show, which are a sound check.
You get a lot of stuff.
What's the other one? You get the fan sign thing.
You get like a fan sign, sound check.
And a group photo.
You get a group photo.
So basically we went there, and the first thing that happened was the fan sign. And when you go to the fan sign, basically we all line up, and they're at a table. You know, get actual like fan sign if you ever see the ones in Korea and stuff. And you get to go in front of each one of them to talk to them for a second, 30, 40 seconds. And you can have them sign something for you, and you can talk to them, whatever. And then you go back in line. Yeah. So, for this, we both prepared something to give them, because you can like give them gifts.
You can give them little gifts, right.
So what I did was I prepared these custom beanies that I made, where each one of them had like our logo on one side, and then the other side was like a little name plate that had their name on it.
Really cool.
So it all had like, their customized names, so they could have them if they wanted to wear them. I don't know what they actually do with them once they have them, but I got to give those to them, and everyone was really thankful for it. They really thought they were cool. Even the little lady or girl that was like directing us, she said that it was like super cool.
Yeah.
But the thing that I decided to get signed was we always get the selfie package, so it's like us literally with them, and they take a selfie with your phone. And I got the selfies of us from the last time we saw them, printed out little Polaroids, so I could take them and they signed them. So now I have a signed custom Polaroid from all of them. Yeah. With just me and them. Like, so like super exclusive.
Such a good idea.
Merch.
Such a great idea.
And they thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Obviously Dosey's my like alt like bias right now. So I got like a super custom shirt, like the old vintage ones with her on it from ITZY. So it said like Dosey on it, had like a bunch of pictures of her, and she thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was a great experience. And then what did you do for yours?
So, I had a friend of mine, shout out Amber, expert bracelet maker. She just made some bracelets that were kind of in the colors of Purple Kiss, had a little purple, black, and a little bit of gold too. And I just asked her to do members' names for each of them. And she made them all different too, they're all different. And then she put like a PK on the other end of the name, so it was like obviously for Purple Kiss. And then she made like one extra Yuki one for me and one Dosey one for you, so then we could have like a sort of matching bracelet, you know what I mean? So I gave them those, which, you know, was awesome. We saw that they kind of each had like a little bin behind each of them, and it's like has their name on it, and that's like where the gifts go. So that is cool that they like allowed them to get something.
I will say I don't know what they do with it.
I have no idea what they do with the bin. For all we know, they could just throw it in a river, but that's
when
okay.
you give them to them, they're
That's
super
okay.
thankful.
They really are thankful. Go and put the bracelet on, which is cool. Like, and then to get signed, I had my sister who had some time out of getting her law degree, just kind of sketch up some and like kind of paint some like
super artist.
Some little. She is a very good artist, but I was like, hey, make some really. You don't even have to try super hard. Just like, and I sent her a set of photo cards that I like from BXX of like each of them, and I was like, here's their names. Just like get a little piece of paper, kind of sketch them out and draw it, and I want to get that signed. And she did that, and they turned out really great. They thought it was very cool. I'd say from what I saw, I told you, like from what your Polaroids and then my kind of like artwork thing, I think we had some pretty unique things that we got signed, because a lot of people were kind of doing albums and posters and stuff, which is cool. But we definitely had some of the unique things.
Or like their merch they got when they bought it.
Or like there's like a tour poster you could get, you know, which is cool. But we definitely had some of the some cool stuff we got signed. I really loved that. It was fun. You get to interact with them, obviously, for a little bit.
Also, Goen remembered me from the last time we were there. So
I think Swan
that's always great.
I think Swan said welcome back.
I was actually kind of shocked.
I was like, you could think I'm someone. I don't know. It was awesome. They're all really kind, and you know,
even if you didn't, it meant a lot to me.
Very professional, obviously. So that was really cool. I really liked that. That was awesome, because you got to give them something and then they sign something. Like, that was cool. We'd never done that before. We've never done anything like that before.
I think I always just like to think that she remembers me, because I'm the only one that's ever told her I liked her on Produce 48.
Yeah, honestly. She might.
So I told her that the first time, she's like, you remember that? And I'm like, yeah, you don't remember that?
It wasn't that long ago, kind of. But,
yeah, so that was always fun.
Yeah, that was literally the first thing we did.
So we did that, got back in line, and then we did...
Yeah, I know, you literally would do your thing, and then you get back, and like they made a like tape line on the ground, and you could like follow that. It was like a little like back and forth maze, and you just got right back in line.
So they basically split everybody up in like groups like 7 or 8, maybe 9, I don't know, to get the group photo. And basically they were sitting there, and you stood behind them, and they took the photo. And the best was we got lined up perfectly, and I literally got to stand behind Dosey with my Dosey shirt, so that was pretty awesome.
I mean, it hasn't even been a full day, so we don't have it yet, but it's going to be sick. That was honestly one of my favorite things, too, because walking up, Yuki's on the end, and I, like, shot a little arrow heart to her, and she shot it back to me. I was like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. But then, you got to be behind Dosey, so that's going to be really cool.
Like, it lined up perfectly. Like, you didn't have to, like, really do anything.
It was really nice. It's just great because, like, I know we're in that photo, and I know Purple Kiss is there somewhere, but other than that, no idea what it's going to be, so I'm excited to see it.
Then we got back in line, really.
Then you get back in line.
And then they just did the sound check. So all the people that had, like, everything got to be in there for the sound check. And they come out. And it's kind of weird. So, they did their sound check stuff.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I think I've ever done any sound check thing where they actually, like, were talking to the actual, like, guy who was doing the music. And they actually made changes so it sounded the way they needed it to sound.
I was going to say this. I did sound check for IVE, and obviously we did it for ITZY. Sound check is like, we did. We did do it for Idol, you're right. It's never like real sound check, like, because it's just like a little extra performance for the VIP people, right? Like, they're not out there like
pre-show performance,
actually sounding bad and they need to change things. Like, like everything's already set. They're just going out there. Like, they wear casual clothes, which is just cool because, you know, it's the sound check. But for Purple Kiss, you're right, it was kind of dope because they're actually like speaking Korean to the man behind the sound booth of like, hey, I need this, or whatever they're saying.
Like, they're actually sound checking.
And like, we're just kind of standing there while they're having their conversation. Like, then a guy would
go to the next song.
A guy would come out in the back and like kind of adjust someone's little thing if they needed it. And so that was actually kind of cool. They did three songs. That's kind of like the sound check limit for groups, I think. That was cool.
I don't really remember what they were off the top of my head, but
I don't really remember either. But
they did do sound check. It's kind of crazy because I've never actually seen them like sound check and actually like sound check.
Like, we're all just kind of like standing there like, okay, let's get it right. Yeah, nice. So yeah, that was cool.
And then after that, we kind of waited around because we had to wait like almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
For them to come out.
After.
And then like it got packed. Yeah. Sometime between when we left and when we went back in, like sold out. Like the show was sold out.
Yeah, it was a sold out show. They did say it sold out very like late, but it was a sold out show. It had it on the sign.
And at first I was like, you know what, they say that a lot. I don't know. Like it's a pretty big place. Like because it was standing room only. So I'm like, how do you really know if it's sold out or not?
Yeah.
But then when we looked at the picture from the group photo afterwards,
oh my gosh,
it was like
this was a sold out. This was a sold out show.
Like it was. I don't know if you can fit any more people in there.
No, it was.
Because the venue itself was like a weird venue. It wasn't like an actual like. I don't know.
Like I didn't dislike it, but it was an interesting
like a music venue. It wasn't like Rosemont or any other place.
No.
Even like when we saw like Tribe in Omaha, it wasn't even like that. It was just like a weird place, showed like a wedding reception or like legit like a high school dance or something.
It kind of seemed like a refurbished old building that they like created into like a venue now, and you can do stuff at.
Like more or less, it was just a really flat floor with no stage. And then they put a side stage.
And there was like a little side stage. It was like it was like a corner almost
for like a talent show or something.
Yeah, it was, and like it was a decent sized room. You know, it's obviously not huge, but it wasn't tiny.
I mean, there was a lot of people there.
Like, and it was packed in there. It was packed. It was loud. Yeah, it was cool. We had a really good spot because we were able to get in before most people.
Yeah, so everything getting in early, even though we weren't like super early. I mean, it definitely paid off because we were like maybe 4 rows from the front.
Yep.
Like it was
we were
there.
Yeah, we had a really nice spot right in the middle.
And for once we got lucky, and like everyone in front of us was legit maybe 5'5" or shorter.
Oh my gosh, we didn't have a tall person finally.
So we had like a direct view, like dead on.
Yeah.
So if you go like look at the actual photo from the show,
just look straight back.
It looks straight back. You'll see both of us like right in the middle.
Straight back, kind of like
one of the first times we've ever made it in the picture.
Yeah. Absolutely, and you can like definitely see us.
So that was cool. But yeah, what was your set list?
Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah, after we did have to wait like a couple hours for the show, but it honestly wasn't too bad.
Then they came out.
Came out, and what was the great thing about the outfits?
All right, so for those who don't know,
let the people know.
One of my favorite hobbies is I'll track the outfits for the tour dates, because generally a lot of groups go through cycles and they'll have like 3 or 4 outfits, and they'll cycle through them in a specific order, so you can know if you watch like each show what fit you're going to see on the tour. And somehow in the last 2 tours, Pixie, well I guess 2 of the last 3, Pixie we saw multiple times, and both them and Purple Kiss we saw multiple times. Somehow we saw them multiple days apart in multiple different cities, and they wore the exact same outfit both times we saw them. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like watching this, I'm like, I wonder if we're going to get the same fits, because somehow that always happens. It doesn't matter, but it always happens. And long story short, I was tracking them at different fits, and towards the beginning of this tour, the like Midwest kind of, well not Midwest I guess, the Canadian stops, they like stopped wearing certain ones and they're starting to wear old ones from the Festa tour. And one of them was the Tommy Hilfiger outfits that they wore the 2 times we saw them previously. And I was like, please God, for everything that's holy, just I don't want to see the same outfits for the 3rd time in a row. Like we're going to a whole nother country. Like, can we please see something different? They've got like 8 other outfits they've worn on this tour.
Right.
And I did math it out, and I told Justin I guess last week, a couple days ago, that based off all of my outfit mapping here, as long as they wear this outfit on this day, which was like 3 days ago when they did their other show, I don't remember where it was, maybe Montreal or something, we should get the busking outfits that they first wore when they did like their busking thing before the BXX album actually came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, please, just at this point, I just love those outfits. I hope we see them. I'm sure we're gonna get the Tommy Hilfiger ones because that's how much of my life works like that. But we got the busking outfits like I predicted. We did. And it was amazing.
It was the ones we really wanted to see above all the other ones.
So that was super exciting.
It was awesome.
They
were really cool. They're very cool outfits. They have like camo pants and like they all have like different cool shirts. Like it's just they're really awesome outfits. They look very badass.
So after all the weeks and days and almost a month, it paid off. It was exactly what happened.
That was like a big thing we talked about.
That's like what I do every tour is I track the stuff because I want to see what outfits.
And this one was weird, right? Because they had other ones, they kind of quit wearing other ones.
Then they went to Canada, had different ones.
It was different, and like we're like, what is even going on? Like it was kind of hard, but you figured it out, and that's what they did. So it was very cool. But the set list anyway, They started with Crown, then they played Panzana, Sweet Juice, and then Illusion, the intro Illusion. Their intros are so cool.
The intros and
They're
like their
so
title tracks.
awesome.
I'm so glad they actually play those before they actually
They're
play the
so
ones.
cool.
So it's just like listening to it on the album. It's awesome.
And then Meme,
Gosh, get the crowd hyped.
Toy Boy, which was like a new addition.
Oh my gosh! So their whole like first little area set they did, got the crowd so pumped. Like they like went 100 miles an hour. Like it was like crazy.
Yeah. And then Nerdy, Love Is Dead, which I mean, of course, everyone loved it. They did a great job. It was such great songs. They had great energy, and like it didn't matter where you put them in any type of stage, however it was going to be a great show regardless, because it's Purple Kiss, and that's how this was. Like, it was just really, really fun to see them. And you know, they had some little talking moments in between, a little welcome, and just
So during the
how you
talking
doing,
moments,
all that stuff. And
you could definitely tell because it was hot in there that they were really hot because they were like sweating,
like
actually
it was
sweating.
really hot in this venue.
They were like, "Wow, it is extremely hot out here
And they
tonight."
mentioned it a lot, but it was very true because there was a lot of people in that space, and it got very hot.
I mean, honestly, I was sweating.
I
really
was
bad.
so hot. It was. I'm not gonna lie. I was sweating. It was so hot. You could everyone was sweating.
Like you could
everyone
see
was
the girls like the sweat running off of them. Like when they're on
they were,
stage.
and we've never seen that. Like they were. It was just hot. It was hot in that venue. Just because there was a lot of people in there, and there was a lot of awesome energy, so it created heat.
Which is weird because they did have air conditioning on earlier during the.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful.
During the everything stuff, but then they must turned it off.
I don't know if we were just overpowering the AC or what, but it was really hot in there. Like we're not gonna lie, it was very hot.
And shout out to them for being troopers because I mean they were trucking.
Yeah.
They were going. Their choreo's not easy.
Yeah, no, very intense, very intense. And then they had some talking points, and that's always great. Just saying hello and just sharing funny stuff. Then they got into unit parts of the stage, unit stages.
Yuki was actually in a unit this time because last time she was not.
Yeah, Yuki wasn't because she was leaving because she had L's Up stuff to do. Another note about Yuki is when we saw her, and especially in Louisville and then kind of in Chicago, she was sick.
Yeah, she didn't feel
so
good.
She was kind of she could perform, but she didn't do a ton of talking because she had kind of no voice. And I'm sure it just wasn't as fun because it's not fun to do things when you're sick. True professional and did great. But this time she was good to go. So it was really awesome to see a little more of her personality.
Yeah, she was super goofy.
She's so goofy and funny. She's the best. And it was just awesome to kind of see. She even said, I'm so happy to be healthy and performing. She mentioned it. So it was very cool to see that. And she was in a unit. These were all so great. They started out. Who was the lead?
Oh my gosh! So the other thing they did in twos, pairs of twos. So
yes,
6 of them.
It makes perfect sense.
When they came out, it was either before or after some of them. I don't really remember. But they had a board where you always write questions or something to them before the show, they'll answer them.
Yep.
So they had a little questionnaire with each of the 2 people that were out there, and then they performed a duo thing.
Right.
So it's really nice to see them all answering questions and stuff.
Yeah.
And the first duo to go was Dosey and Goin', and it was the one we were waiting for. Well, I personally was waiting for. I was super hyped.
Yeah.
Because they did Untie by Vives.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so cool. It was so great.
So that was amazing.
It was amazing.
Gosh, it was amazing.
It was so perfect.
And I was wow, can't wait to see this done by Vives in a month.
Yeah, in 1 month. We'll see who does it better.
Yeah, I know. The student or the teacher.
Honestly.
But that was great. Then the second one came out, and it was Swan and Chan.
Yes.
And they did more of a vocal performance.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to show off their vocals. And they did a song by, wasn't it Sam Smith?
It's Sam Smith, Unholy is
Yeah,
the
that's
song.
right, Unholy by Sam Smith.
Which is a song that has a really cool beat.
And oh my gosh, I don't know if it was a rock remix of it or what. But goodness, it was
I think that's
so
how
hard.
it is. Yeah, I think that's how the song is.
It was awesome.
It was really cool, and they can really sing. My God, which we knew that. But
And I will say, for this
my
little
gosh.
tiny area wherever they're at, my gosh, the sound system's great.
Awesome.
That bass was booming.
It was so good. Oh man, it was so good.
But then they answered some
And
questions.
they did the
were
questions.
Really funny.
It was such a perfect thing because it was all timed really well, and obviously 222 is perfect, and then They showcase what they can do, and then they answer questions. And while they're doing that, everyone else is getting ready
Just
for
have like
theirs.
some fan interaction.
Yeah, and it's just like fun, and like it's a little more like personal for like this select member. So it was such an awesome way to kind of lay it out because it was a little different last time. And then Chain and Swan did their questions,
And then who went after?
and then it was Yuki and Ire ended things, and they did a song or Ping Pong by Hyun and Dawn.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's safe to say they did it way better than them.
So much energy.
Oh, it was so great. It was so cool. Everyone really, really loved that stage. And Yuki and Ire really matched each other's energy on the day because they're both just really bubbly and goofy the whole time. So it was really nice to have them kind of paired up in answering questions. They had the very important question of what's their favorite form of eating a potato. And they both kind of said boiled.
Kind of strange.
And then Yuki eats it with mayonnaise too, so that's a little weird. And then, would you want a chipmunk-sized Ire or Ire-sized chipmunk? That was also a very critical question that they answered, but it was really fun. There was
And Yuki said she wanted to have a chipmunk size, an
an
Ire-sized
Ire-sized
chipmunk.
chipmunk, so like a little Ire.
Because if we had a big chipmunk size or Ire-sized chipmunk, it would eat her.
It would want to eat her, and I was like, I agree.
So
It was really, really funny. But it was really cool. Like, I really loved those segments like that. And then it was awesome they kind of added the stage into it too. So that was awesome. And then I do believe that kind of during that time we got our outfit changed. And they had, I don't even know what that would be, just like the denim ones.
yeah, they're like their denim
They're
outfits.
kind of like denim fits, which are really nice. And I really like them a lot. And then they played Pretty Psycho, My Heart Skip a Beat, which everyone loves.
Oh, that's like the fan favorite.
I was gonna say that's kind of like the fan song. Like
Like,
My
they
Heart's
know
Good.
it, everyone loves
Like,
it.
everyone loves that song. Like I remember the other time seeing it, like when that came on, I was like, everyone freaked out. And then Voyager, and then there was
Which was written by Going.
Yes, that was very good. We went on a voyage with them. That's what they said.
That was more of like a vocal
It's like
kind of one.
it's like a power ballady vibe. And then somewhere in there's more talking points. And then they got into the intro for Crush to the new album,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
which is really cool. And then we're all waiting for really these last three things. Just like really, were just cranked it up even more. And then they played BBB, which is what I was looking forward to more than anything because I love that song. It was the title track of their most recent album. And then they ended the set list with Zombie, and everybody loves Zombie.
And also during the BBB, they had like extended alternate
Yes,
dance
they
break
did.
in between.
It was like in the middle of it. It was
before
really
they went
cool.
to like the last chorus, which was awesome.
Oh, it was so cool. I love that song so much.
And then Zombie's just one of those ones that, like everyone gets so freaking hyped for and really just brings the
Just
energy.
love the Zombie choreo. It was great. It was really good. And then that was the end, as they do. And then they ran off stage, and everyone got excited for a little bit.
The best was they're like, hey, if you guys ask really nicely, we'll probably come back. For
We'll
more
come
songs.
back. Yeah. And then we waited a little bit. They actually kind of had some talking things while they're like, I don't know if they were actually doing it, it was recording, like behind the stage, where they're like, we're gonna come back, cheer, and then like each person kind of said something, which was kind of cool. And then they came back
Of course.
for the encore. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who knew?
And they had more of like tour T-shirts that you can't buy anymore.
Yeah, I know.
The exclusive tour T-shirt that they didn't have anymore on. And they played Autopilot, which is
great
really
B-side.
fun. And then Seven Heaven, which is awesome, great vibe song. And then the most hardest hittingest song in the whole league.
Like the best ending song.
Oh
ever.
my gosh,
Just-
Twinkle.
Everyone gets super hyped. It's like a
Everyone
freaking dance club
loves
rave.
Twinkle. It really is like a freaking EDM concert out there. It was great.
I also am pretty sure, I don't remember specifically, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they did not play Autopilot on their last tour, and everybody really wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
So they like played it this tour. So it's like
Autopilot
one of
was
the,
really good.
It's like one of the top B-sides that they didn't get to play.
Right.
They did not play Cast Pearls Before Swan.
You know,
but that's okay.
There's hope for the future, though.
They didn't play Cursor. That's my other favorite B-side.
They did play it on the when they just play the random songs over the speakers before anyone does anything, so that's a good sign.
That's true. I'm still holding up hope that maybe they'll play some of the other B-sides I really like.
Yeah.
But no, perfect concert. Couldn't have asked for anything better except for not to be 110 degrees.
Only gripe because it legitimately was hot. Like, we're not just like exaggerating.
Like, I legitimately
it was
sweat
hot.
pouring down my forehead.
Everyone was really sweaty. Like, it just, I honestly felt bad. That was like, we have to go. Like, I want to take selfies, but I'm just a mess. Like,
yeah, it was really hot.
It was hot in there. It was perfect though. Perfect show.
Everything you hope for. BBB was sick. All the other songs were sick.
Definitely my favorite time seeing them of the 3 we went to.
Everyone was so fun, and Yuki was 100% herself.
That was awesome. We talked to a lot of people there.
We did meet a lot of people.
Which was so cool.
Shout out to the dude Matt who we met, who is now in our Discord. He's really cool.
Yeah, super
met. If you're listening to this, other people we met in Canada, come join our Discord. I'll put the link in the description like always because you guys were super cool.
Yeah, Canada was
didn't have time
cool.
to talk to you all the way, so
it was a really cool group of people. Everyone was really friendly.
Just like the stereotypes.
Everyone's really kind. Like, it was just awesome. Like, good vibes all around. Everyone there just see Purple Kiss and have a good time. So that was really cool. We did selfies. That was.
Oh yeah. So after that, obviously you get like,
wait.
We got the U+. Never got the U+.
No, we never.
In my opinion, it's like one of the most awkward things in the entire world. But I know people love it. But it's included with the ticket. It's basically where they spread them apart, like 3 and 3, and you get to be in the middle and do a pose, and they all like do whatever they're doing. You get a picture taken with them, shoot in the group.
Yeah,
But it's kind of weird because they rush you up there to like tell them what you're gonna do, and then they're like, okay,
3, 2, and you're like, okay, and then they do like 2 photos. We had never done this because I think it was available in the last Purple Kiss tour, but we didn't do it.
But it's like, if you're gonna do it, why not just get selfies instead? Like,
that's kind of what we thought, and it wasn't even a thing for the Pixie or Tribe, so it wasn't even an option. It was like new introduced for that. It was included with the everything ticket, obviously, so that's why we were.
Before that, the other thing I forgot is the high touch. So we actually did a high touch.
Oh, we did do high touch.
And unlike the last time they made us wind sprint through it, we actually got a couple seconds. I could actually like high five and say hi or good job.
This was better. Yeah, it was just like great show, great. This was way better.
In my opinion, a high touch is never really worth it. Unless for some reason you really want to touch their hands, because like you get like literally 5 seconds to like walk past them. Like, that's it. Like, for the money you pay, I don't think it's worth it. But that's just me.
Yeah, that is.
Use that money for a selfie.
Like, it was way better. The other time was like bogus. Like, but this was way better.
Unless it's like included with your package, I don't really see why you'd spend, whatever it is, $50-$75 to buy that, because you can just get selfie tickets, which is way better.
Yeah.
That's my tip of the day.
Right.
If you're thinking of doing a high touch, unless you really want to touch your hand for some reason, don't do it.
Or just I don't know, spend the money on the selfies. Like, that's my advice.
But then back to the U+. So we really wanted to get it taken together.
Oh, that's all I wanted.
Because we had all these funny poses we were gonna do just because it'd be.
And we're like, it's less photos for them to take, right? Because we could just cut out one of ours, like.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But you're not allowed to do that, so.
But I guess it really doesn't matter about the photos because it took literally 5-10 seconds. It wasn't long at all.
Yeah.
But we asked him, and the lady's like, no, you can't do that because blah, 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 whatever. You have to like move the chairs farther apart, whatever. But what if he like stands in front of me and like pop out?
No, I know. She's like, oh, that'd be really hilarious. But no. I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, we asked. That's all you can really do is ask, and they said no.
And then we had to come think of what poses we were going to do. And what did you do?
I just told them, I was like, all right, guys, we're going to look super cool. And I just like put up kind of 2 like rock hands. I mean, I didn't really even know. I was like, we just put up rock hands. I think they did. I have no idea because I didn't see them. I have no idea what the photo looks like. And I just kind of like scowled at the camera, so we'll see what happens. And then I smiled for the second one. No idea what it's going to look like, but someone said it looked good. I was like, okay, cool.
That's like my biggest question. What is it actually going to look like?
Like, I have no...
Because I didn't see them when I was getting my picture.
I have no idea what they were doing, and you're just standing there, and they had the little kind of like selfie light things all across.
Oh, it's so bright.
So bright. So you can't see anything, and then there's the guy taking the photo, and then you walk off. Like, you take your photo, but you do have like no time to do this, which is fine, and you leave, and that's it. So we'll see how those look. I have no idea.
Yeah, and then so he went before me, that I did mine.
Yeah.
I really wasn't sure what I was gonna do because I'm like, you know what, we need to get it together because if not, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Because in my opinion, like I said, it's really awkward. It's like just kind of weird.
It is kind of a weird thing. Like, it is kind of weird.
But I was like, you know what, it's my time to shine. Here we go.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told him when I walked up there, hey, we were all gonna flex, and I showed him because I was gonna show off my Purple Kiss tattoo.
Yeah.
Because I have a Purple Kiss tattoo, so I was like, you know what, flex, and we can all show it off to the camera.
Right.
And now they were all like, whoa!
Yeah.
Like they were so like intrigued by it. And I'm like, yeah, so here we go. And I literally walked up there, gave them a flex, pointed at my tattoo, no idea what their reaction was or what they did. Got my picture taken, and I was off.
Yeah, that's the best part. Is like we will find out. To be determined.
You might even be able to see the tattoo in the picture. I don't know.
I have no idea either.
But I did hear from people around us that it looked pretty cool. So
yeah,
they said that was a good idea.
Yeah.
I was like, it just came to me.
Yeah.
But I got to do that. I got to show them all my cool tattoo. So they were all really, I don't know, shocked or confused by that. So that's always fun.
Right.
And then after that, we got selfie time like always, which is the best time.
It really is.
And basically the same thing. We just got selfies with all the girls. I did a heart pose with my hand with all of them because I wasn't really sure what to do. And I didn't want to, like, you know, make them think of everything. But of course, I saved Dosi for last because she's my favorite. And I walked up and was like, oh, hey. And she's like, oh, nice to see you again. And I was like, oh, yeah. What's going on? She goes, oh, nice shirt. Because I had a shirt with her on it, right?
Right.
And she's like, wow, that's amazing. She's like, I like the pictures. I was like, thanks. It took me a long time to pick these out.
Right.
And then we posed, we did like a big heart where we like both made like, you know, like a half a heart with our hands on our head. So it was like a big heart.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I was going to do like the other heart hand like I did with everybody else, but I've already got one of those with her from the first time we saw them.
Sure.
So I just did something different. So I got 3 different poses with her, so that was awesome.
Nice.
All my dreams came true. Really, when it came down to like a full fan experience, like the everything package, everything I wanted to experience going to see them.
Yeah.
If it was like my last time ever going to see them, 100% the best concert I've ever been to.
Yeah.
My fan heart is full of joy.
There you go.
And I got everything I wanted out of it, so totally worth it. Thanks, Toronto.
Yeah.
Thanks, Canada.
Super fun.
What did you do with your poses?
I don't even remember. I don't know. I just ask them because then you get to talk to them a little more. And I just did some. I was like, and everyone's like, oh, I tell like it's still the greatest thing ever, but it's so fun seeing the people doing it for the first time because they're so nervous and like they just are like, what do I do? Whoa, I don't know. I was like, okay. Usually I just kind of ask and then you just do like a peace sign. I don't know. I was just like, just so you can interact with them, unless you really have an idea you want to do. Because it's just like so cool seeing the people do it for the first time because they're just like so pumped. Not that I wasn't. It's not our first rodeo doing the selfies for multiple groups on multiple stops, so we kind of get how it works and everything. Like, we've seen Purple Kiss a lot now, so it's really cool. I don't really remember what I did. I just always ask them, and then we kind of said something. I complimented everyone on their Crocs, and they were like, "Oh, thank you," and like wiggle their feet or something. So that was cool.
The first one I did go get was with the earrings. She was like the shortest line, and they were walking up, and I was like, "Hey, I just got some Crocs yesterday." She goes, "Yeah, these are my new ones." I'm like, "Sweet."
Yeah, I complimented everyone on Crocs.
And then when I went to go do Go, and she remembered me for the second time. So
yeah.
That's always fun.
Yuki was excited. I got another photo with her. It's just fun. Like, I don't know. It's just fun. Like, the selfies turned out really good because they always do. It's just a good time. I just love always seeing the people who are doing it for the first time. Like, I'm like, that is like the best energy ever. Like, I'm always like so happy for everyone else. Like, it's so cool.
I will say, the other thing that was super funny was after I got my U plus thing, you know, because I like flexed with my tattoo.
Yeah.
That everyone was like, oh, it's awesome. And then the security guy we always see and all this stuff. I was like walking off, he's like, I see you bringing out those surprises and shit. I was like, oh yeah. He knows. But no, it was all a really good experience. Really fun weekend.
Yeah.
We're about 10 minutes from home right now. We're actually getting home like a lot sooner than I thought we were going to. So that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really fun experience. Very long weekend. I think I said that already. But
not the weekend, but still long.
Oh yeah, week. See, I don't even know what time it is. Time doesn't exist.
It doesn't feel like it because obviously we're going to work and stuff. But yeah, the weekend starts in a little less than half an hour, which is pretty crazy. Because it's still Friday here in Old Springfield, Illinois. But we're actually really close to getting back. I didn't even realize where we were.
Even though it was long and confusing, it's totally worth it.
It was the best. It was the best because Purple Kiss is definitely, I mean, I'd say Triple S probably second. Purple Kiss is third. That's, Yuki's like my third favorite idol of all time right now. So it's like, it was just super meaningful to see them like perform after the BXX album because it was such a great album and because we loved it so much, and like the fact that we could see that tour was like really awesome. And I told you, I was like, if I was done after these 2 days, nothing will top these 2 days of like K-pop for me ever. Nothing will. Nothing has in the past. Like this was the greatest. Like it was the greatest time, and I was like, I could retire right now. Like I could be done with going to concerts. Not, but it was just so perfect. It was so nothing. The shows were both so perfect. I love all of them so much.
The only thing that could have made it better was like if Triple S was here sometime, like today. Or
that's what we're saying. Like if you just brought Triple S and we're
again,
like just doing something, then we really would retire. Like I don't know.
Because like right now, like Purple Kiss is my favorite group. My second one's also Triple S.
Yeah.
So really, just seeing everyone's favorites of Triple S came would just be like amazing.
It would
like
just, I mean, yeah, it would.
Where do you even go from there?
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's like, how do you top this? Like, how do you top?
Unless Lightsome came.
Yeah, Baby Monster Lightsome is our last hope. Like, yeah, whoa, this truck is ducking and dodging.
Yeah, there's a semi truck like going crazy.
Going
over
crazy.
Here.
But yeah, it's like fifth row, ITZY, VIP, and then everything, Purple Kiss, Toronto. Like,
I mean, we were honestly like fourth, fifth row.
Kind of
too.
hard. Yeah, we were.
Like, we were still super close.
Kind of hard to beat all that. So it was just a really perfect time. We got to see Brett. That was cool. Oh, fun fact. On the way home, I visited my hometown in Michigan where I hadn't been for years. I saw my house. I saw the church that I went to. We actually got to go inside and look because the janitor was there, so we kind of walked around. I went and saw my grade school, which, fun fact, it was not there anymore.
It
got torn down, and it was a parking lot. The church was still there, but the grade school was gone, so that building was destroyed. So, but that was really cool to see. It didn't take very long, but I really wanted to do that, so that was... Doesn't seem like it happened, but it did, and it was pretty meaningful. So,
like, how do you top that?
Yeah, I know. It was like the greatest few days of my life. It was so fun.
And then we got to eat our favorite hot pot place.
That was cool.
And now we're going to be home, and I have a super special gift for Justin. That's going to be the super cherry on top of this awesome weekend.
Perfect. This was a little long, but guess what? It kind of had to be because it's been a long 3 days.
And we didn't even get into the interesting stuff that happened.
Yeah, we didn't even say. We'll discuss it another time, I'm sure. But the shows were perfect.
All I gotta say is,
so perfect.
Look into how Canada works before you go there.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Anyways,
we thought we were prepared. We were, but that's just us.
That's life.
That's just us.
We're gonna go home. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make a vlog out of these like 87 10-second clips that I took this weekend.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what actually happens. If it does, look out for that. It should be super cool. Super cool. I don't know why I just said that. Super weird.
Super cool.
Super whatever. Like I said, it's been a long week. I don't even know.
We've been driving. Yeah, I mean, we were in Canada this morning.
We've been gone for like 48 hours, and I've driven for like 30 of those. So I mean,
yeah,
it's been a wild one. Shout out to Ford Fiesta for always being trustworthy.
Oh yeah.
You're the GOAT vehicle.
Oh yeah.
I would trust you with my life every day, like I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will talk to you guys later. Upload some concert content, I guess, on the YouTube channel. And we'll see you for our normally scheduled podcast episode.
Stay tuned for Island.
Until then, peace.
Love you guys.